Hello, everyone. You know, the 27th annual Tucson International Jewish Film Festival, it's just around the corner, and it's bringing 10 days filled with 21 different films, all at multiple venues across Tucson. And one of the films is this.
This is George. He was a good little monkey and always very curious.
This is Hans and Margaret Ray. And Curious George was their creation.
He's not a typical animal. He's a curious monkey who, through his curiosity, gets himself into trouble, and through his own ingenuity, gets himself out of trouble.
Margaret did the storytelling. It was Hans who was the artist.
The idea that I could watch him magically create Curious George was very special.
She cut all of the deals and pushed her way into publishers and held their feet to the fire.
It was sort of like he was all the sugar and Margaret all the spice.
I think their devotion to each other was what they had been through.
We're living in France when we did the first Curious George. George was really born in France.
Everybody thinks Curious George is such an American icon, but he was created by German Jews who lived in Paris, took him through Brazil, and then brought him to the United States. So he's as much of an immigrant as anyone.
Who doesn't remember Curious George? Now, that is just one of the great films that you'll be able to see. There's actually so much going on with this event. So we've actually brought in Shira, Brandenburg, and Monique Steinberg to give us all of the details because so much is going on. Ladies, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you.
I know, I said there's so much going on. Is it kind of hard for me to ask what's the thing that you're excited about?
Oh my gosh.
See, I know, it's a loaded question.
There are so many wonderful movies. Bombshell, the Hedy Lamarr story. I mean, who doesn't remember her? What a beauty. But what everybody doesn't know is that she was really a scientist. Some of the things that she came up with, some of the theories, are still being used with technology today. So that's amazing.
What are you excited for, Shira?
I love the caliber of films that we have this year. Each one brings something that's so interesting and so different. And I think we just have a really great variety. The committee's worked so hard. We spent an entire year planning this festival. So it's 10 days, but it's a year long of work. And we're just really proud of all the films that we have this year. I'm just excited about each and every one of them.
Well, it's a lot of work, but it's for a very good reason. Why is it so important that we have this festival in our community?
Because without our festival, there are so many films that people would never have the opportunity to see. And as the years go by, it becomes more and more interesting to try to get feature films, and there's more of them, which is so wonderful. And it's always been, we've always felt that we had to have at least one film with the Holocaust, but we decided never to do talking heads again because that was so boring. And now the most interesting feature films and documentaries are coming out. And it's not about the Holocaust itself, but as with Curious George, the stories that come out from them, the wonderful, vibrant, personal stories.
So I know we're talking about, we saw the clip from the Curious George, you were mentioning Bombshell. What are some of the other films that you can kind of highlight for us?
Sure, I'll take it.
Yeah.
So our opening night film is Shelter. It is a psycho thriller.
Oh.
And we are so excited. We're actually doing it at the Loft. So our opening night is on Thursday. It starts at the Loft. And we also have we have a romantic comedy, Mr. Predictable. We've got Monsieur Mayonnaise is our closing, sponsored by Hacienda at the River. That one will be at the J. It's just, we have a variety. Our website will tell you everything, the lineup of films, the times and places, and we're just, yeah, we're really excited.
Another important film is Fanny's Journey. This one is about a young girl who, through no fault of her own, and certainly not because she wanted to, had to lead other children out of Nazi-occupied land by herself. She was a young teenager, and this film has had such incredible following through the film festivals all over the world, not just the United States. It's a terrific film.
Well, and that's why we say International Film Festival.
Exactly.
Because you guys have such a wide range, what can we say really is a perfect audience member? Really, this is going to be for everyone.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody. There's nobody that wouldn't be interested in these things. We are a Jewish film festival. However, You can call a Jewish film if there's an actor that's Jewish, a director or a producer. If it's something that's of great interest that people would love, we consider that part of what could be in the Jewish Film Festival.
And you also make sure that there's a part that is also from the LGBTQ community as well, and that's important to you as well.
Absolutely. Every year we incorporate at least 2. This year we have 4 films. We are partnering with a handful of organizations around town, J Pride and the Reveille Men's Chorus and Camp Born This Way. You'll be seeing lots of exposure with regard to these films where we have a variety too of those, documentary and feature film, and so. And will any of the filmmakers actually be present this year? Actually, yes. Yay, I love that part. I know we do too, and we're so excited that he is currently local. Isaac Artenstein will be attending with his film Challah Rising on Friday, the first Friday of the festival, and he'll be talking about his series that he's working on here in Tucson right now, about the uniqueness of Jews in the Southwest. And in addition to that, we also have Jamie Bernstein, who's the daughter of Leonard Bernstein. She'll be attending with one of her father's favorite films. Wow. On January 20th. We're partnering with Tucson Desert Song Festival, and that's a first for us. So it's been so interesting working with them to be part of the Bernstein at 100, the celebration that they're doing this year. So Jamie will be there, and she'll be answering questions about her father, and so that's can be really nice. That's amazing. And I know we're talking about 10 days, different venues and everything. I'm going to remind everyone where they can get all of the information so they make sure they don't miss the film that they're looking forward to. But
one of the most important things is that our opening night is at the Loft. Yes. That's a tradition with us. So for opening night, make sure you don't go to the JCC, but go to the Loft. And I quickly wanted to say with the film Challah Rising, we are, in the film, people use all kinds of different ingredients like chilies in their challah. So we are going to have a challah tasting after the film. And you want to tell them about where to get their tickets?
Everything is at tijff.org.
I will make sure we hit that with everybody at home so they can get their tickets. And like I said, there's so many days and so many films. We want to make sure everybody has that info. Ladies, thank you so much for coming again.
Thank you.
We love this event. The Tucson International Jewish Film Festival runs over 10 days with 20 plus films, and it kicks off next week from January 11th to the 21st. For venues, showtimes, and tickets, please visit tijff.org or call 520-299-3000 with any questions.